Hello everyone, how have you been? How is the summer heat going? And it's July, which is the second half of the month. How has it been going? Even though it's a new and not so new month, because this is the eighth day of the month, and it just marks the beginning of a new chance which God has given to you. And I'm so grateful to God that I'm alive and you are alive watching me right now. Today, I would just like to share with us something that has been on my mind for quite a very long time now. And it's just about how some so called Christians how they want the blessings of God, and it's not a bad thing, but I'll say it this way: they want the hands of God and not the face of God Himself. And you may be like, okay, yeah, what are you trying to say? And you could see this very, very practical. Churches are filled up much more either at the beginning of the year or at the ending of the year, which is very, very funny. What happens throughout the year, you see the number decreases because there's a lot of superstition behind it. There's a lot of, there's a kind of thoughts that people feel like, okay, yes, at the beginning, they can just always seek the hand of God just for His blessings for the duration of those times. And sometimes, many Christians at the beginning of a new year, at the beginning of a new month, at the beginning of a new week, we always, just open our scriptures or just get hold of some Bible verses just to, just to claim some blessings upon ourselves. I'm not saying this is bad, but we ought to be careful about it. The truth is that the blessings of God are for all. But the most important of it all, which is the spiritual blessing, is for those who are in Christ. So it's not just enough for you to just take hold of the Bible and start claiming the blessings of God that are written there for you and I. Yes, it's just like, think of this illustration. Presently here I'm in North Cyprus, and for you to enjoy the peace that is in North Cyprus, for you to enjoy every other benefit in North Cyprus, you have to be here right now for you to enjoy the lights, the water, and every other thing that it offers. But the important thing is that for you to enjoy the utmost benefit of Cyprus, you have to be a citizen. And I guess you're understanding where I'm going to. So for you and I to enjoy the spiritual blessing which is in God, we have to be in Christ. Christ has to be in us. And that is what matters. There's no joy when you are the richest man and you are not in Christ. It's just vain. That's why Jesus was saying, what shall it profit a man to gain the whole of the world and lose his soul? And that's what really happens when you're just there claiming blessings upon blessings, but you are not in Christ. The air we breathe is so common, is God's blessing. The fact that you can walk, the fact that I can walk, the fact that you can move your hands, the fact that you have the provision of food is a common blessing God has bestowed upon those who are wicked and those who are for Him, those who are righteous. But there's a much more bigger and deeper blessing, which are the spiritual blessings. So I'm challenging you today to not just enjoy the surface blessing, but have a deep and intimate relationship with God. Just as I was saying, if you're in Cyprus or if you're in America or any country, you always get the benefits that is common to everybody: the light, the water, the atmosphere, be it serenity, be it the reserves that are there. But there are some benefits that citizens of those countries enjoy. Some could be, government giving them much more money. Some could be some advantages when you go to some places that are not common to everybody. And so it is with God. The spiritual blessings are for those who are in Christ. So the question is, are you in Christ? It's not enough for you at the beginning of every month or at the beginning of every year or at the beginning of every week to just be reciting some biblical blessings upon yourself. There are much more blessings in Christ. So be encouraged today, and I pray that Christ will draw you closer and closer to himself, and you will see the need of Christ in your life, that you can enjoy every spiritual blessings which are in Christ. So God bless you and remain blessed.